Welcome to Leeds College, Peshawar. My name is Inayat Afridi and I'm a lecturer of English and Comparative Literature at Leeds College English Department. In my previous lecture, I discussed what he means by speech, what he means by direct and indirect speech, and in that lecture I discussed what do we mean by backshift and indirect when reported speech tense changes. Today's topic is very important because in this lecture I would be discussing how we change pronoun in reported speech and indirect speech. So in this lecture I specifically focus on the Sun formula. We apply how to change pronouns in the reported speech. Okay, so let's begin. Okay, rules for changing pronouns. When we change pronouns in reported speech and indirect, we follow a formula, that is Sun formula, right? We have S-O-N, and below these letters we have first person, second person and third person. Remember, this indicates that first person pronouns in reported speech changes according to the subjects of the reporting speech. Second person pronoun changes according to the object of the reporting speech, and the third person pronouns including he, she, it, they, or maybe name Ali or Ahmad do not change. So N means no change. Here S means subject, O means object, N means no change. Now coming down to discuss rules for changing first person pronoun. Remember, first person pronouns in indirect speech changes according to the subject of the reporting speech. For example, the direct speech, Mr. Ahmed said, I am L. Now in this sentence, in the reported speech is introduced by first person singular pronouns I. Remember, in indirect speech, the first person pronoun changes according to the subject. So its indirect speech will be Mr. Ahmed said, comma is dropped and we use that connective, also called conjunction, that. Now we have the first person pronouns in the reported speech. The first person pronouns according to the formula changes according to the subject. So I changes according to the subject. He, ML, we have the present simple tense changes into past tense. He was L. So the backshift in this sentence is the past tense. Now the sentence number second, they said we have won the match. In this direct speech, the reported speech is introduced by first person plural we, and remember the first person plural changes according to the subject. So the subject is they. Its indirect form will be they said that. First person plural we changes according to the subject, according to the given formula, that they, okay, have won the match. This is the present perfect tense. Its backshift is the past perfect. Had won the match. So rule number one states that the first person pronouns, first person singular I and first person plural we, changes according to the subject of the reporting speech. Now coming down to discuss how we change second person pronouns in the reported speech in indirect speech. Remember, the second person pronouns I already discussed that it changes according to the objects of the reporting speech. Coming down to explain this point with an example. The direct speech, they said to me, you are naughty. We have two speeches. This one, they said to me. This is called reporting speech. In reporting speech ends in me as an object. You are naughty. This is the reported speech introduced by second person pronouns you. Remember, I already told that the second person pronouns will change according to the object, while object we have here is the me. Its indirect will be they told me that. The second person pronoun changes according to the object, me. I are naughty, present simple tense, backshift is the past simple tense. I was naughty. So it's the indirect speech as they told me that I was naughty. Rule number second, Second person pronoun changes according to the object. Coming down to explain how we change the third person pronouns. Remember, rules for changing third person pronouns is quite different from the first and second one. The third person pronouns including he, she, at, they, or maybe any name, Ali or Fatma. According to the rule, third person pronouns do not change. For example, she said he as nice boy. Now this is reported speech, he as nice boy. We have third person pronouns he. According to the formula, it doesn't change. It's indirect speech. See? She said that, he doesn't change. He is a nice boy. This is present simple tense. According to rule, it changes into the past one. He was a nice boy. She said that he was a nice boy. So rule number 3 states that the third person pronouns including he, she, it, or maybe any name, for example Ali or Miss Fatima, do not change in the reported speech. Keep in touch with English. Have a nice time. Thank you very much for time.